Oh, actually. You won't get away. All right, you guys ready? Why don't you have a seat?
Some dry one over here, there's a dry seat over here.
Coming in closer.
He had no idea.
No! This happened about Thursday or
Who was it? You or me? It was me and Ryan.
Right.
Yeah. Came up with it.
All right, so we're here to witness the vow renewal of Barb and Jerry Pruitt. And with any wedding or vow renewal, you've got to have a little bit of music. Oh. And so your 50th anniversary is next weekend, right? And as I was thinking about that, there's a song that I really like because of the lyrics that are in the song. And I'm going to play a little bit of that for you because it just reflects on just how valuable a marriage relationship is in these days, especially, right? Yeah. So let me pull my guitar out. Somebody's going to hold this for me.
Ryan, you got it? Here, I'll help you.
Because you didn't have music at your wedding, did you?
Oh, is that too heavy? I have nothing to give that.
You had to go work at Ben Franklin there.
Got it done quickly, huh? I know what I've got before it's gone. That is why I'm holding on to all the love I have with you. You don't have to worry that I'll ever do you wrong. Darling, I know what I've got before it's gone. All our friends are breaking up. All their hopes and dreams thrown away like a paper cut or some old magazine. But there's one thing I know is true. That won't happen to me and you. 'Cause I know what I've got before it's gone. And that is why I'm holding on to all the love I have with you. So you don't have to worry that I'll ever do you wrong. Darling, I know what I've got before it's gone. Darling, I know what I've got before it's gone.
Woo!
Alright, who's got my Bible?
Oh, Andy. Sound effects too. Yeah.
Alright, well, I've heard from Michelle a few stories I'm going to share with you about the Pruitts. Barb and Jerry met in the fall of 1963 at a gathering of friends where apparently Barb stole Jerry's ring. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right? So interesting way to meet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
What the heck?
Yeah, why not? She was 17, he was 20 years old, and a few weeks later, Jerry was invited to Barb's house for Thanksgiving dinner, and I guess it really went well because they started dating after that event, which would eventually become an endearing marriage, as we've seen here. When Jerry turned 21, they were married in St. Charles at City Hall, I assume.
Yeah.
But Barb apparently didn't inform her parents until about a week later when they had a car accident, and she sent a letter home to her mother with her sister to let her mom know that they had gotten married and left. And that was it. I'm not coming home tonight, I guess is what it was to say. So you had her give it to her at 10 p.m., which was your curfew, is that right? Okay. Take notes, gals. That's how you do it. They didn't have an elaborate ceremony. Last night I was flipping through the channels and I found a show called The Secret Lives of the Incredibly Rich or something like that. And in the show, they had this couple who apparently were incredibly rich, and they were celebrating their marriage that they had recently had. And they had actually planned 3 marriage ceremonies because they wanted 3 different locations, and they wanted witnesses in every location. So they had a beach ceremony in some remote island. They had another ceremony in some other location. Then they had a big one in New York. And they hired the best event planner in New York, and this reception was going to cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars. Extremely elaborate wedding ceremony and reception. And I just thought what a contrast it is to what you guys did, right? But we know that a ceremony doesn't make a marriage, does it?
No.
Right. Ceremony is not a marriage. It hopefully turns into something glamorous and wonderful and of lasting value, but not having a ceremony didn't hurt you guys at all, did it? And as we know today with statistics, probably 1/3 or 1/2 of marriages end in divorce. And I think it's because a lot of people have forgotten what the meaning of a vow is. A vow is a promise. It's a commitment. It's to say, I'm committed to you through thick and thin, hardship and trials, through all the good times, the bad times. And I know that you have had through 50 years plenty of great times and hard times. Very difficult times as well. Lots. There were only a couple witnesses at their initial ceremony, probably maybe fewer than you have here today. But 2 witnesses, there you go. But the true witnesses are all the people that have witnessed your relationship for the last 50 years. I think those are the best kinds of witnesses, that they would see that you model and demonstrate what it means to really keep a promise and keep a vow to one another. Your relationship has lasted through the time of tragedy and triumph, and Michelle shared a few of those moments with me as well. She explained that you had been in a bad car accident which damaged your back pretty severely, and ended up in the hospital for almost a whole month, I think it was, and 6 weeks of bed rest, all while you were pregnant with Michelle. That couldn't have been easy. So very difficult circumstances there. Together through the lean times, the fat times, when work is hard to find, when money is hard to find, you stick together because it's a promise and a love relationship.
Take our promises seriously.
Take the promises seriously, exactly. Barb and Jerry have had quite a journey. My wife and I like to talk about our relationship as a journey, and you had literally a journey. Barb and Jerry started their journey in a hotel room, which was their first living arrangement, so they could get an apartment in the downtown St. Louis area. They eventually moved into their own home with the financial help of Barb's mom, who gave them $1,000. That's pretty generous for that time. That's incredible. And 9 months later, Sherry was born and their family was started. In 1978, they packed up all 3 of their kids. They moved to Turkey, if you can believe that. For 8 months, you lived there. And this was followed by moves to California, Japan, Korea, and intermixed with a few trips back home here in St. Louis as well. In 1998, they sold everything they had and their home and bought a truck and an RV and set off for California and Texas. All right? Now, are you still traveling in the RV?
Yes.
Okay, this is the true test of marriage.
Yeah.
All right? This is a tight space, traveling everywhere together in a small confined area, and that takes real commitment, I'm sure.
34 feet.
34 feet of living space. But I'm sure it's also been a great opportunity to grow closer together.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. If you didn't love each other, would have killed each other. All right, well, let's pull these rings out. We're going to exchange rings if I can find the spit-laden ring and the
Lauren.
other one.
Or Ryan and Andy, will you? Oh, you got it. Okay. Lauren, will you go grab her flowers?
I got it.
You lost them. No.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. Here's her ring. All right. We're going to exchange vows, and then we're going to put rings on as well, okay? All right, Jerry, you're going to repeat after me, okay? I, Jerry, take you, Barb, to again be my lawfully wedded wife. to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, to love and cherish, from this day forward until death do us part. Once you grab that ring, slide it on the There we go. That ring hasn't been off in some time, has it?
A while.
Okay, Barb, are you ready?
Yep.
I, Barb,
Hi, Barb.
take you, Jerry,
Thank you, Jerry.
to be my lawfully wedded husband,
To be my lawfully wedded husband.
to have and to hold
To have and to hold
from this day forward,
from this day forward.
for better or for worse,
For better or for worse.
for richer, for poorer,
For richer, for poor.
in sickness and in health,
In sickness and in health.
to love and to cherish,
To love and to cherish.
from this day forward
From this day forward.
until death do us part.
Till death do us part.
So we,
I'll let you. Should break his finger. No. There she goes.
so it's with our great honor and pleasure to witness renewing of your vows for one another. And so we introduce once again with greater commitment, Mr. and Mrs. Jerry Pruitt.
I have a couple.
Yes.
We started. Yeah, we started this as an excursion. And it took a little way here and there. Turned out to be a bumpy road. A lot of turns. But it's just a wonderful picture. A few things I like about Barbara is she's honest, faithful, always on time, and most of all, she doesn't like to shop. There's a few things I don't like about Barbara. I'm afraid of her.
That's great.
But if you notice,
Yeah, on the top.
look what it says.
Against the wind or the rain.
Today, things I don't like about her. Oh, I'm gonna punch
There's nothing on
There's
there.
nothing on there.
nothing on there.
Oh, that's great. Great sense of humor, Jerry. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
I'd like to say something else.
Put it down, Jerry.
If somebody else had picked you or picked a man for me, they couldn't have picked better. I know I don't say it enough, but I love you. And I will always love you. And we might have not have been the best parents in the world, but our kids can't say we didn't love them. So if we stick together, I'd like to do it another 50 years, but I think peacefully that's impossible. But I'll take whatever I can get. Yes?
Amen. Kiss your bride. Mr. and Mrs. Jerry Pruitt, everybody.
One more kiss.
Will there be dancing in the hall afterwards?
One more kiss.
All right.
You got lipstick on your face.
Not the first time.
Thanks, Dave.
Shannon, you ready to catch it?
Have anybody do it?
You're next. No, I'm probably next.
Thank
gonna
you
throw it?
all for coming. Thank you.
Woo-hoo.
Love you all. That was a picture. I hope somebody. That was mean. I started
I
pulling
think
that
the
out.
rain washed everything off.
School, so you can get up high enough to kick my ass. It's raining and everything.
It's over.
I need to blow my nose.
Now you need to go like that.
I don't have any tissues. Anybody got tissues? Here, I'll just fold it up.
I started to pull that out and I'm going,
Uh-oh.
I love you too.
uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Hey, Nana. Who do you think's next? Shannon or Laura?
No, no.
The song might got me all bubbled up.
Here's a few things.
Yeah.
That's a gorgeous dress.
I wanted to pick this up.
I love it.